So as part of the New Year's, I've been thinking about better investment for my HSA account. I've had HSA since HSA started, and I have accumulated at least 50K plus amount. And I've been investing in HSA in my bank, which gives really low rate. Actually, right now it gives 2%. But over the last 10 years, I'm thinking if I had invested better somewhere in the stock market, I probably would have had better returns, that's for sure. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at what's the best way to invest in other than a bank, other than a HSA savings, with the minimum fees as possible, because you don't want to pay humongous fees, monthly fees, to own an HSA account. So with that in mind, I'm going to do a simple Google search and spend some time in looking up all the options I have for better investment. It can be a mutual fund, it can be um, a brokerage account, or a bank savings account. But I know in a bank savings account, the interest rate is pretty low. So let's look at all the options. And I'm going to come up with what I believe is the best option, and then based on that, I'm going to start the investment and track this and see how it goes this year. Okay? All right. With that, okay, so I'm in Chrome and I did a Google search on best HSA investment accounts, and go down here and see a bunch of banks listed here with this web page. So I click on this web page, go here, and this has comprehensive information about HSA accounts, and gives you a lot of information, and it gives a listing of the largest providers. So I'm going to randomly choose 4 providers. I first started with Alliant Credit Union, but on that web page it wasn't easy to search for HSA accounts, so I gave up on that. The next is Bank of America. So I went into the Bank of America HSA account, and I'm searching for fee schedule and what kind of investments there are. And when I go there, I would have expected something like here, investment options or fee schedule, and it's not obvious how to get there. So I gave up here, and what I did, I went into Google and just searched for Bank of America HSA fees, and got this web page. Go there, and I think I've got what I wanted, which is, it says it's $2.50 a month or $30 a year, and for that you go get all what you kind of expect. And the only investment options I see here is mutual fund. I don't quite see any brokerage options. So with that, let's go to the next option there. It's the I looked at let me go to this page. I looked at the HSA Authority. So I googled the HSA Authority investment options, and turns out that it's actually the Old National Bank. So went there and looked at this, and in terms of transparency and ease of finding what I really wanted. This is really obvious. HSA Authority. I like the transparency on the web page. There is no monthly service charge, no annual fee, no minimum operating balance. So fairly straightforward. They also say that there is mutual fund investment accounts, and for mutual fund investments there is look here, there is an annual fee of 36, and that's it, and you get the access to invest in mutual funds with Devenir. And there are a lot of funds listed here, which is if you want to invest in HSA for mutual funds, this is a good option for $36 a year. So these are the mutual fund options for the HSA Authority. Go through their web page and you click on the fund performance dashboard. That's where I am, and then you see there are a lot of funds here, and I'm specifically looking for lowest expense funds, which are index funds, and I see that there are a lot of choices for index funds. So I like this HSA Authority, but I'm more interested in brokerage accounts, which this HSA Authority does not have. So go back here, and I looked at UMB Bank. Same thing with UMB Bank. I googled it, and there is look at the fee schedule. So I googled UMB and searched their web pages, and it's not easy to find information. Go under individuals, look at investment options, and I come to this web page. The only thing I see here is it says that there are mutual fund options. Select mutual funds. I don't see any brokerage options here. It's difficult to find the fee schedule as well. So I'm not going to do more research on it. UMB, it's not easy to find. There is no transparency here. So next I'm going to go to the HSA Bank. So looked at the HSA Bank, googled it, and immediately it was easy to get to this schedule. What I like about this is that yes, they do have a $30 yearly fee or $2.50, same as Bank of America, but they also say how to avoid this fee if your balance is about $3,000, which is the daily balance. And then they have a good option selection for investing in mutual funds as well as brokerage accounts. Alright, so let's do Google search on HSA Bank and see where that leads us. So here's HSA Bank. I've gone there before. I just wanted to show you how easy it is to get there. And let's go to members and HSA self-directed investment options. So here it tells you that there are two options to do investments. On the left side, which is Devenir Guided Portfolio Self-Directed Investment Program. This is for mutual funds. And then the right side, which is TD Ameritrade Self-Directed Brokerage Option. This is for investing in the stock market. Now, what I like about this is that TD Ameritrade there are no brokerage fees. This happened. I know I had a TD Ameritrade brokerage account, and just prior to TD Ameritrade, they waived all the fees. I I had switched to Robinhood because Robinhood is there are no brokerage fees or trading fees in Robinhood. And then by the time after I had switched to Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, or actually Scottrade, the account I had, they waived all the fees, and it was too late. But I know TD Ameritrade no longer has any brokerage fees, any fees to buy stocks or sell stocks other than what is required for regulatory fees. So and you can see they clearly say that here in when you click on commissions and service fees, you go to the TD Ameritrade web page, and the fee structure is clear here, and everything is zero. I certainly would want to use online mobile share trading, and there is the price here is zero. No commission on mutual funds, and then I don't quite do options yet, but I'm sure it's competitive rate pricing on there as well. And the other fees out here, there are regulatory fees. There is no waiver here, but when I plan on doing mostly everything as electronic, so I don't see any other fees, no hidden fees here. So with that in mind, I'm going to opt for HSA Bank, and I'm going to open an account there, and and transfer about $25,000 from my current bank into the HSA Bank, and see where that leads us for doing the stock trading with TD Ameritrade. Okay, so with that completes my video, and my next video is going to be on opening HSA account with HSA Bank, and then I'll see how easy it is to do the transfer from my current bank to HSA Bank, and then start with TD Ameritrade for HSA.